Welcome to the Jenkins channel.
This place seems familiar.
Henry, look. I spent the happiest years of my life in this forge. It's such a shame to see the old place just left like that to... Henry! Stop that. Come on, we still have to go to the market.
Looking for something, lad?
I was just...
You won't find nothing here no more. Best move along.
Forgive me. It's just that... I remember this forge from my childhood. When I was a boy, my pa, Martin, brought me here.
Wait, Martin? My husband had an apprentice called Martin. That was your pa?
He was my stepfather, but he raised me as his own.
That doesn't surprise me. Even as a lad, I could tell his heart was in the right place. How's he doing?
Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that. My God, Martin's adult son? Time really does fly.
Well, he told me back then he spent the best years of his life here.
Aye, aye. Those were good times, true enough. What's your name, lad?
Henry.
I'm Magdalena. It's a pleasure, Henry. Care to come inside for a chat? I've a fresh pot of soup on the stove if you're hungry.
I can't refuse an offer like that.
Glad to hear it. Come with me, then. I'm glad you like it.
Just like Ma used to make.
Back when your pa used to apprentice here, my Scoda's forge was the finest in Kuttenberg. Only then out of the blue he fell ill and I lost him. Everything's been downhill since then. His apprentices left and the Blacksmiths Guild couldn't decide who to assign the forge to. Before they could make a decision, the forge's attic burnt down. I was visiting my sister in Visokar at the time. She's with the Lord now too, poor thing. I was left here all alone, on jointure. This room is the only one that stayed unscathed for the most part.
How did your husband get ill?
Out of the blue. He started coughing, got weak, then lay down, and never got up again. It wasn't the plague, but something nasty nonetheless.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What can you do? Such is life, lad.
Did Martin really not want to take over his own forge?
He was just a lad at the time, and taking over a forge is no easy feat. The guild has its own rules and who to assign it to.
How did the forge's attic burn down?
How do you think? Someone set it ablaze. Hard to say if it was just some brats or those good-for-nothings from the hole. That's the watering hole next door. But it doesn't matter now, they never caught anyone. All that came of it is that nobody's wanted the forge for 20 years. But look at me rambling on. I'm sure you're not interested in the rantings of some old crone.
I am interested.
It's kind of you to say that. I keep trying to explain to the guild that it's not a lost cause. We just need someone who will bring this place back up. But it's like talking to a stone wall year after year. The Guildmasters are too worried about their own business to listen to me. But I'm convinced if we were to find a talented blacksmith, the workshop could be as beautiful as a chapel, like when my old Scoda used to run it.
I could be that blacksmith.
You're a blacksmith? Like your pa? Christ, of course you are. I should have known. It only makes sense after all.
I can get my hands on some coin. And you're right, such a famous forge shouldn't be left to fall by the wayside.
If you were to take it over, that would be wonderful. Only you'll have to talk to the guild about it first. They make the rules. I reckon Master Bushek the Elder has the most common sense when it comes to this place. He might be able to help. He has an armourer's workshop in the town hall quarter. Hopefully he'll hear you out. But be warned. From what I know, the guild is careful not to let anyone that isn't from a blacksmithing family into their ranks. So don't mention Martin wasn't your birth father. It would only hurt your chances.
Thanks for the tip. I won't say a word. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you, Henry.
Good day to you. I'll be right with you. How can I help you today, friend?
Master Bushek?
Aye?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm interested in Master Scoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdalena, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she? The mad old crone?
Well, more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Magdalena when she bothers me about it. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I'd take care of the money.
Aye, but only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But maybe you'll make a good impression. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the guild's trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
I'm Radzig Cobbler's bastard.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Really? I'm the bastard son of Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets.
Henry, if you really want to join the guild, think about what you're saying. You have to come from a respectable blacksmith family. So next time, think long and hard about what you're going to tell me, all right?
About the guild trial.
Yes?
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Scoda's apprentice.
Wait, Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Skalitz.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it.
As far as experience, I worked for Master Radovan of Tachov. I'm sure he'd be happy to confirm it.
Tachov? Tachov? I don't even know where that is, to tell you the truth.
The finest forge in the Trotsky region. Lord von Berghoff himself had his sword forged there.
Von Berghoff, the royal chamberlain? Can you prove you're not making it up?
Should I go and get a letter of recommendation from him?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, Be ready for anything. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes. Of course, the trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
I'm ready.
Great. But I'm afraid we're not. It will take some time to get things ready. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the Guild Forge, where the trial will take place. I should also mention there will be a verbal exam. And if you can read, I have an excellent handbook here. It's called On Blacksmithing. And it contains all the basics my colleagues may test you on. I'd be happy to sell it to you for a small fee. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word.
I'd like to buy the handbook.
Here it is. Enjoy your studies.
I'd like to wait here for the trial.
Very well then. We have plenty of room.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now. The Guild Forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook? Come. Everyone is looking forward to seeing what you can do. Come now. The Guild Forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? Are sparks a good sign while forging?
They're a bad sight.
Not true. That was a trick question. If sparks fly while you're hammering, it's a good sign. Whereas if you're heating the workpiece, it's a bad one.
But you didn't
I have
wake
one
me
more
up.
question. What colour
Your mum.
is a
I
properly
won't say
heated
it again.
workpiece?
Give it to me.
And I won't say it again. You're getting fuck off. Run along and have a little cry.
Straw yellow.
Of course, straw yellow. What else? At least you got this one right. I reckon it wouldn't hurt to take another peek in the handbook before the trial. Good blacksmiths should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs at my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout the kingdom. It's quite a unique collection. And the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time. Learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now. Well then, are you ready for the trial?
That's it!
Shall we begin?
I'm ready. We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig. I do not see it.
Aye, Frisky here, Frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau.
Look, I didn't know this Frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
Tell me, mein Anhänger, what is the Farbe of a correct heated workpiece?
Straw yellow.
That's correct.
Wunderbar.
Let's move on to the second.
Say, Heinrich, how can you tell you have made progress on your workpiece?
By the shape.
That's right.
Correct.
Last question.
How about... Why do blacksmiths whistle while they work?
To keep rhythm.
Correct.
At least that.
You answered all 3 questions correctly. Now, just to complete the practical exam, Henry, your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
What's next?
I'm sorry.
Can we sort something out with the trial?
Well, I have to say I was hoping you'd forge your way into the guild, but I suppose your purse will do just as well. What do you say?
I'll pay.
Very well. Here's the guild sword, just as if you'd forged it. Only you didn't. The other guildmasters have been made aware you forged the sword. In their absence.
And are you sure it's all right?
It's not the most common occurrence, but don't worry. I'll take care of everything. Don't let it spoil your ceremony. After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters.
Stop stalling.
Do it.
That's right.
Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
Worthy masters. First of all, I have to say what a great honor this is for me. Becoming a member of such a prestigious guild in this great city is something I'd hardly have dreamt of just a few months ago. I promise to fulfill my oaths and prove to you that I'm someone you can rely on.
We are glad to hear it. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Scoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild rents her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
I need to finish sorting out the shipments.
Good news. I gained the right to use the forge.
Wonderful. Finally, we can make some progress here. I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside, you'll turn on your heel and run.
Why would I run?
I'm just joking. But make no mistake, you're in for some hard work. The house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon, pick up the things laying around, sweep the floors. There's much to do, and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it used to be. One bad move and I'll stay hunched over like an old crone.
I'm sure I can manage.
I hope so. Looks like you have some strong hands and that you're not all thumbs. But first you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out. I wonder what's in store for me here. Whew. I can still use these materials. Lugging sacks really never gets old.
Carrying those heavy sacks up and down the stairs. I couldn't handle it.
Good as new, I suppose. You've got to be kidding me. Ooh.
Even worse than I thought in here.
Now just to put it in a sack and take it to the wagon. Ugh. Whew. Oh, Christ, that's heavy.
Those sure look
One
heavy.
sack after another. Some of this is bound to come in handy. What's this? It has Martin's mark on it. I'll have to ask Magdalena.
My word, you really are a handy lad. And hard-working too. I like to see that. You see this, Scoda? Your forge is finally in good hands.
I found this. The mark Martin used to use is on it. Do you know what it could be?
Aye, that looks like one of the sketches for that grand project of theirs. They always met up in the evenings after work. All hush-hush, and over something so silly, no less.
Why did they meet up?
Because of the broken astronomical clock on the Rathaus Tower. Back then, the city officials decided they wanted it fixed. So they asked the masters of the guild to propose a solution. Your pa got all excited about it, then got my old Scoda involved, along with that other apprentice that was here. What was his name? Such a timid, quiet lad. Sucra. Oh, I can't recall, but I remember they did some work on it, but the city ended up changing its mind.
They blew it off?
Not at all. They brought in some Italians, all the way from Padua or whatever it's called. And how do you think that turned out?
They fixed it?
They made a right mess of it. It was a terrible disgrace. The Italians ended up running off along with the money. There was no money left for the repairs, and there still isn't. So the clock is still broken. I remember when it still used to chime. But what can you do? Better to discuss what you want to do with this place.
I want to spruce this whole place up.
All right, then. Come, I'll show you something. This was Scoda's table. He was always sketching something, planning repairs. He could stand here for hours. It was his favourite spot. And now it's yours.
It's an honor.
I think there's just one thing left to do. You have to put up a shop sign. So your customers know where to go, right? Have a look at the plans here. Good work, Henry. I didn't think I'd see this fire going ever again.
We'll get this place up and running again.
Now that you're officially open, why don't you forge something for me?
What do you need?
Nothing difficult. My old axe broke. It served me for many years, even after he died. Only now it's all worn down and crooked, so it's not good for chopping.
Why didn't you get a new one in all those years? Someone from the guild would surely be happy to make you one. Probably for free.
I don't need their charity. Besides, if you're even half as talented as your pa was, this should be child's play to you, no?
Of course. You can count on me.
And don't forget to sharpen it too. I can't chop with a dull axe.
have that axe you wanted.
Wonderful. Let's see. My word. This is really great work, Henry. Your customers will be tripping over each other to buy your products. Just be warned. People here in the city care more about the quality of work than in the countryside. If something is shoddy, they'll notice it right away. So, if you mess up a piece while forging and it ends up being low quality, it's best to just make a new one. All right?
All right.
Word will spread soon enough that locals don't have to go to the city to have something forged. And you'll have your first customers. Everyone around here knows me, so sometimes they might come to me with orders. I did the same for my husband back then. Does that work for you?
Do I have any choice in the matter?
No.
As long as it doesn't bother you.
Why would it? On the contrary, I'm glad. I'll help out around the house, and I'll be happy to help with this too. I don't get out much, so I have all the time in the world. Oh, and one more important thing. You can also sell pieces you forge on your own, without anyone ordering them. There's a storeroom past the left door under the archway on the street, where you'll find a chest you can put products in, and I'll do my best to sell them. Here's the key to the chest. I'll hold onto the money for the products for you, so feel free to ask any time.
Where did you say the chest is?
In the storeroom. It's the left door beneath the archway. You can't miss it.
You've taken on quite the workload, Magdalena.
I don't mind. All the movement keeps me young. In the meantime, you can focus on getting in good with the guild.
What do you mean, getting good?
The Guildmasters are an eclectic bunch. They all like different things. It would be best if you try to be on good terms with everyone. They'll appreciate you, and you'll forge all the more. For example, Boris of Brod loves nothing more than rolling dice. If you offer him a game at the Guildhall, I'm sure he won't refuse. He used to be one of your pa's best friends. He might even tell you about some of their misadventures.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh, yes, you do. Don't lie to yourself.
I noticed your brooch. It's really lovely.
It's a nightingale. Scoda made it for me for our first anniversary. I used to sing while I worked. And he'd always say, "My little nightingale."
It's a real masterwork.
It's mainly a keepsake now. Not much of his is left. Just that old axe. And an axe doesn't make the best love token.
In just a moment. Ah, if it isn't our newest member, Henry. What brings you here?
Well, I was just passing by, so I thought I'd stop and greet you.
That's nice of you. How's the forge doing?
Pretty well. I'll clean things up. Soon it'll be good as new.
Well, best of luck to you, lad. Us Guildmasters have to support each other, you know? Work together, like friends.
By the way, Magdalena mentioned you like playing dice.
Aye, that's no secret. Anytime, any place. What about you? You like rolling bones?
Of course.
Glad to hear it. Fancy a game now? What game would you like to play?
Emperors, and nothing else.
Let's play. Well played. You play a lot better than your pa did. Frisky always had rotten luck at dice.
Really?
Aye, but he did more than all right for himself in other areas. You know what they say, unlucky at dice. Now listen, I had an idea. When you play dice, you could spread our guild's good name.
What do you mean?
Players in Kuttenberg and beyond always appreciate it when someone like a Guildmaster plays a fair game with them. It'll help our prestige as well as yours. And I speak from experience. And so you have something to play for, even with some more discerning opponents. Take this.
Thanks.
And one more thing. When me and the other masters had a good look at you during the ceremony, you seem like the type of fella that's been through a lot despite your age. Am I right?
You're right. You could say I'm a bit of an adventurer.
And that's just the type of bloke I need. Just so you understand, us fellas at the Guild are craftsmen, merchants. There are some troubles we can't solve without outside help. And now that we have someone like you, we might not have to go looking for it elsewhere.
What's this about?
A shipment of materials that got stuck somewhere on the way to Kuttenberg. One of our German masters, Klaus Eichner, wanted to discuss it with you. Go and see him. He can tell you more.
Wait a moment. I wanted to ask you about Martin. Did you know him well?
Of course I did. All the blacksmiths' apprentices in the city knew each other. We were one big group. But it was different with Frisky. That was real friendship. The things I got up to with him and Fly. These days, nobody would believe me.
I hear he and Scoda tried to fix the astronomical clock.
Aye, everyone wanted to back then. But Frisky and Fly said they'd made some progress. But they could have just been yanking my pizzle.
Well, I don't think Martin was the type of person to joke about things like that.
I suppose you're right. I reckon if he was still alive, he'd still be trying to fix it.
Who was Fly?
A fella called Standa. He used to apprentice with your pa at Scoda's forge. Folks used to call him Fly because he was always calm, quiet, kind of like a fly on the wall. But when he got pissed off, he could really buzz, believe me.
He sounds like he'd be worth talking to.
Aye, only he left the burg, and God knows where he is now. Maybe one of the other masters will know more. Try asking them about him.
What did you get up to together?
Ha! Things that aren't polite to talk about, lad. Girls, taverns, all sorts of nonsense. Maybe I'll tell you sometime, once we get to know each other better. But anyway, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have your work cut out for you at the forge.
I'd like to learn a bit more about Martin.
Did you know he once bet the Fly he could climb all the way to the top of the fountain in Vintners?
He definitely didn't boast of that to me.
And he actually did it. But when he got right to the top, he slipped and smacked straight down into the water on his back.
Jesus!
Just a bit to the side, and he'd have cracked his head on the rim of the fountain. You probably wouldn't be standing here today. He was soaked like a water sprite. And then had to walk back to Master Scoda's, right past all the upstanding townsfolk.
And all that just for a bet?
The guards stopped him 5 times on the way. They really didn't believe he just wanted a refreshing dip. And in December too. That was a pretty daft excuse.
Meister like me!
Du, you are a brave fechter. Why not test yourself against the Meister? No man in Kuttenberg is as good as Menhard.
All right, I'll challenge him.
Good, good. Menhard is over there, not far.
I
Go
heard that there are some Fechter here in Kuttenberg. Let them step forward and prove their skill.
Lord be with you.
If they Gepriesen sei der Herr.
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not find ein besser Meister for miles around, I tell you. And with whom do I have die Ehre? Who are you?
Henry. I'm pleased to meet you.
Heinrich. Sehr schön. A famous German König once also bore that name. He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat and brave warrior. Since you carry such a name, I offer you a duel. You can prove you too possess the courage and soul of a warrior. And do not bring shame to your famous name. When you show me how you handle a sword, I can tell you what to improve.
I'd like to challenge you to a duel and see if you're really as good as you claim.
Wunderbar. I always like a good Kampf. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our handsome faces, no? I'll lend you ein Schwert, aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing. That is the best Kampf.
Sure. Just training swords. No armor. Works for me.
How about eine Wette?
Wette?
Wie sagt man das? A bet for some groschen, yeah? If you believe in yourself.
Naturally. We're not going to work up a sweat for nothing, right? A nice wager will bring some tension into it.
Good, good. I like your attitude. We have spoken enough. Let us do it.
Duels! What are they duels?
So, Heinrich, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die Klappe. I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister Menhard, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council, and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master longswordsman, and we don't need another. Any more than we need your foreign poses.
All right then. So I will face your Nikolaus or any other man. We shall see then who is der wahre Meister and who is just full of hot air.
Well, I'm ready when you are, Master Menhard.
No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cockbaiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order. But here, we have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein. Enough of this, all of you! The council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling. You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
I am a Bürger from the Freie Reichsstadt of Frankfurt and a known Meister des Schwertes. My master is the Imperial Kaiser himself, not some böhmischer Bürger. And I will not hesitate to defend my Recht by the sword.
Enough, Meister! If you draw your weapon, the last sword you ever see will be the executioner's.
Menhard, beruhige dich.
Scheiße! This verdammte town!
Enough of this farce! You are banished from the town.
Was für eine Schande!
And since you have unlawfully conducted here the art of sword fighting, you will therefore pay a fine, which will go to the benefit of the Kuttenberg sword-fighting brotherhood for the breach of their rights.
Such audacity! I will not pay any Geldstrafe und schon gar nicht to this coward and cheat! Das ist ungerecht!
Enough of this! You will pay, or get 20 lashes of the cane in the stocks.
Scheiß drauf!
Verdammt! I will not put up with such disgrace! I would rather let you have your silver!
Henry?
I understand. I don't want to go to the stocks. Here are the groschen I owe you.
Excellent. So, the matter is resolved. But if anything like this happens again, it will be the pillory for you. Alles klar?
Ja, ich verstehe. Komm, Heinrich. We still have business to attend to. Aber zuerst we have to leave the town. We are going to Gasthaus zur Eiche. The Oak Inn, as you call it. It is outside the town walls, by the road leading from the Gurim Gate. We will discuss our business there.
You will not treat us in this manner.
Das stimmt. The king gave us his word, and this is not over yet. Vertrau mir.
Oh, yes, it is. Didn't you hear what Fridush said?
Good afternoon.
Boris mentioned you wanted to discuss something with me.
And what is it he told you?
Not much, but I understand you're having some sort of business troubles.
Good, good. But before we speak, I have to ask you something. And please be honest. Is Martin the blacksmith really your father, junger Mann?
Why'd you ask? Don't you believe me?
Ich möchte dir trauen, but I have a good memory for faces. And to tell you the truth, you do not resemble your father much.
Martin was the one who raised me and taught me the craft, but he wasn't my real father. You're right.
And you admit this freely, even while knowing the regulations forbid bastards from becoming members of the guild?
My father would vouch for me, were he still alive. He'd want me to carry on his legacy.
Well said. The wishes of the dead do indeed bear weight. Nevertheless, do not mention this to anyone else. Not everyone may be so understanding, and may wish ill upon you, Junge. Now please follow me. We can discuss the rest in private. Ach ja. It is always easier to think over a cup of wine. So bitter und so süß wie das Leben selbst.
Why did you...
Gott segne dich, Klaus. Oh, verzeih, I did not know you had a visitor.
Nichts passiert, mein Bruder. Allow me to introduce our newest member, Master Henry. Henry, this is my younger brother, Olbert, a royal official. He oversees the customs and guilds of Kuttenberg.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Ja, gleichfalls, Meister. Do not let me disturb you. We shall speak later, Klaus. Auf Wiedersehen, meine Freunde.
Good. Now you know my brother as well. He is a man of strong principles. The guilds do not have it easy with him.
Forgive me, but why did you ask about my father earlier?
Listen, mein Freund. Boris could not tell you everything. Not that he knows everything, nor does he want to.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean to say it is my responsibility to assess potential risks to our guild.
Wait, so it was a test?
Richtig! You are a smart lad, I can see that. You really are like Martin in that regard. Did you know he saved my life? Nun ja, das hat er. Few men were brave enough to fight like he did.
Pa always used to tell me not to get in fights, that violence doesn't solve anything.
It sounds like he wizened with age. But even the wildest ones do eventually. Nevertheless, while the world may change, problems stay the same. And you are the one I chose to help me deal with them, junger Mann.
I'll be happy to, if I'm able. What is this about, Master?
You may not know this, but it is my job to guarantee the guild can do its work without interruption, and that the goods get where they need to. Surely you know our work attracts all sorts of undesirables, right?
Did something go missing? Someone got robbed?
If only it was just one someone, junger Mann. And I'm afraid we will have to sort this out ourselves.
If something happened, why don't we turn to the bailiff?
Because things are more complicated than they seem, junger Mann. Look, this city may belong to the king, but it is controlled by rich foremen and trade guilds. While ours may be among the most influential, that is precisely what upsets many people and arouses envy.
So the bailiff wouldn't help us?
Natürlich hilft er. But the question is how long it would take and how much merchandise we would have left over.
What are you implying?
Only that there are many who would wish harm upon our guild. What's more, ever since the army arrived in the region, every dirty deed is blamed on deserters and Trabants.
Are you saying they're ambushing our wagons on purpose?
Ja, genau. And it is getting harder and harder to save what we can. That is why I wanted to ask for your help, junger Mann.
I'll be happy to help. Where should I go?
I see you are not afraid of anything, mein Freund.
Well, I don't mind getting my hands dirty when it's for a good cause.
Gut, gut. That is just what we need. A supply wagon on his way from Prague disappeared yesterday. It was likely attacked. It is some rotten luck. There was nothing particularly valuable, but the foreman had guild documents with him for transferring property.
Do you suspect someone?
Hard to say. I do not know yet. But those documents will cost us dearly unless we get them back, assuming those blackguards have not already burned them.
So you think there's more of them?
Ja, das stimmt. I would guess they have a camp somewhere nearby.
I understand. I'll have a look around and try to find those documents.
Gut gemacht. Tell me, how do you plan on doing it?
Easy. I'll find those wretches and send them straight to hell.
Oh, wirklich? That sounds risky. I would do it at night at least, Junge. I will give you some potions and weapon coating. But be careful. It is highly poisonous.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
The documents you are looking for have a green seal with the guild's symbol, and they were in a leather case originally. I doubt those blackguards know how to read, so perhaps you will get lucky and find them lying around or maybe in some crate or chest.
Is there anything else?
Nein, das ist alles. Get those documents back if you can, but remember, du solltest vorsichtig sein, junger Mann.
Bad luck.
Guten Tag, mein Freund. Ich bin... Was wünschst du, mein Freund?
I got lucky. I managed to get back those stolen guild documents.
So you found the scoundrels that did it?
Aye. I took back what they stole, but I'll leave the punishment up to someone else.
Good. It is not worth the risk. Let the bailiff hang them. That is what he is here for. Now, show me the documents.
Here they are. These are the only ones I found with our seal.
Oh, mein Gott. Is this really all the documents?
Why? Is something missing?
Schwer zu sagen. But I think something else is behind this. It seems I will have to have a serious talk with the Brzevnov Abbot. But that is for me to worry about. You did your job perfectly. And the other masters will hear about it. You can be sure of that. By the way, I heard you are looking for a man called Standa, whom they called Fly?
Aye. Do you know something about him?
I asked my contacts and found out he went to Horshan. Apparently he worked as a blacksmith in the mines. Why are you looking for him?
Boris told me Fly used to apprentice at Scoda's forge with my pa. Maybe he has some stories to tell.
Ja, das ist möglich. I do not remember him much, but it has been a long time.
That it has. We'll see what he remembers. Anyway, thanks for the help.
Nein, thank you, mein Freund. Und wenn es dir nichts ausmacht, I will mention this to the others. The guild should know what you have done for them.
God grant you luck, good sir. The Innkeeper Mole sends me. He says you should stop by. He's got something for you.
Looks like you're waiting here for me. What do you want?
The Innkeeper Mole sends me. He says you should stop by. Says it's important.
Why doesn't he come himself if it's that important?
I don't know. Maybe he's got too much work at the hole. Or maybe he wants to show you something. Or someone.
Where can I find him?
When you've got time,
Stop by his tavern, down here on the corner. It's called The Hole.
Is that all you were meant to tell me?
Yeah, that's all, but... Look, Mole is a good man at heart. It pays off to stay on good terms with him.
Got it. When I've got time, I'll stop by and see him.
Praise God.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I don't know you. If you're after something, go and see Chenyik. And stay out of the way.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyik?
No, I couldn't. We don't talk to strangers here.
And where can I find this Chenyik?
He'll be here somewhere. He usually sits next to Hugo, our oldest regular.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can find that Chenyik.
Why is this all sticky? How can I help you today?
Good. It won't end well.
The service might be a bit slow here.
And what can I get for you?
Hands up.
They say you wanted to talk to me about something.
Yeah, I did, Blacksmith. And about that new smithy of yours. How's it going?
I'm trying, but it's tough. Why'd you ask?
Look, here's the thing. You're new here, and you should know how things work before there's some misunderstanding.
What do you mean? What misunderstanding?
Easy now. It's nothing serious. Like I said, you're new here.
Am I bothering anyone here?
Well, you see, this quarter doesn't exactly have the best reputation with the councillors.
And how does that concern me?
No offence, mate. You've got coin. You mingle with the bigwigs, and nobody here knows you. While the locals here live hand to mouth. They stick together, and they don't like anyone poking their nose in. Where do you think all this will lead?
I get it, but what exactly are you suggesting? I'm just an ordinary blacksmith, not some fancy noble.
That's exactly why. I'd like to introduce you to a good friend of mine.
Who's it about?
A benefactor, a patron. Maybe a bit of an odd fellow, but otherwise a smart, devout man. If you want to be on good terms with the locals, you should go and see him.
Does this benefactor have a name?
He's got a name like everyone else, but that's not important. Around here, they call him the Ragman. The locals like him. He's helped a lot of them already.
What kind of nickname is that? Is he some kind of beggar?
Oh, no. That's just what they call him because he gives food to the poor in exchange for their old ragged clothes. And he looks after them in other ways, too.
Where can I find this benefactor? Does he come here?
No. But I'll let him know, and he'll be waiting for you this evening at the Iron Eagle.
How will I recognise him?
He'll be sitting at the corner table wearing a fine blue hat. You won't mistake him.
All right, I'll think it over. But now I'll go.
By all means, do as you think best.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a man here. They call him the Ragman?
And what do you want from him?
So you know him? Or are you him?
I won't keep you in suspense. I'm him. I've been waiting for you, Master Blacksmith. I wanted to talk to you about a few things.
What's this about?
Sit down and make yourself comfortable. I'll explain everything right away. You know, setting up that smithy was a good idea. I like when someone has the courage to follow their dreams. The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. You just mustn't underestimate the raw reality. You've settled in a quarter full of outcasts and poor folk who haven't been as lucky as you.
I understand. Mole already hinted at something. Are you trying to warn me? Is there some threat?
No, nothing's happened. Not yet.
Not yet?
Look, I know you're trying to please the guild. That's good. But you mustn't forget your neighbors either. As they say, the shirt is closer to the skin than the coat. If you help those poor folk, and I don't mean with coin, but by pulling them out of the shit, they won't give you trouble later. And they might even come to like you. Understand, we're talking about people here who are at rock bottom. But the town belongs to them just as much as to those at the top. And maybe even more.
So you want me to try to please the poor?
That's up to you and your conscience. When I can save someone from falling to the bottom, I do.
You give people food in exchange for old rags. You think that's clever?
My goal is to give the worthless a new purpose. And believe me, I'm not doing it in vain. One day, when we know each other better, I'll share my secret with you.
But what do you need from me right now?
Me, personally? Nothing. A gifted artist has got into trouble, and without our help, it'll crush him. And it would be a damned shame to waste his sculpting talent. If you help him, it will be a fine start to our further cooperation. What do you say?
So tell me, what happened to him?
He was just unlucky. Young Damian is an example of how easily an honest man can slip.
Didn't you say he's an artist?
Yes, he recently came to the city to create a Calvary for the Kuttenberg Mint. Truly a beautiful piece. And that's precisely the trouble. He can't finish it. But he also knows if he fails, he'll be reduced to beggary. And desperation leads to desperate acts.
Did he get mixed up with the underworld?
Almost. He wanted to hire old Wolf to rob Adam Velvar, with who he was lodging. You see, Velvar has a very pretty wife, who he guards jealously. He accused Damian of seducing her and nearly strangled him. Imagine! The lad had to jump out of the window to get away.
Really?
Luckily, he survived, but he left all his belongings behind. And now, without them, he can't finish his commission.
And did he do it? Did he seduce the woman?
I don't know. But what I do know is that Velvar goes to a dodgy bathhouse girl, so he's hardly one to preach about morals. And Damian surely doesn't deserve to have the suspicions of one jealous husband ruin his promising future.
You're right. I'll give him a second chance too. Something similar happened to me recently at Trotsky.
So, let's help him get his things back so he can finish his work.
What do you suggest?
We'll divide the work. You'll go to Velvar's for Damian's things, and I'll handle the rest.
How am I supposed to do it?
At night, it'll be easier. But during the day, you can have a word with Velvar, and no one will suspect you.
What if it doesn't work?
Don't worry. I've got good connections. I'll make sure you're covered. Just be careful, no one gets hurt.
All right. I'll help that poor fellow. Sum up what needs to be done?
The townsman Adam Velvar threw the sculptor Damian out of his house, but his tools, and especially his drawings, were left behind. You should find everything on the upper floor of the house, in the large room with windows facing the street. If you manage to get them, bring the things to Mole. He'll know what to do next.
Is that all? Will that be the end of it?
That's up to you. I try to help where it makes sense. You'll have to decide for yourself if it makes sense to you.
And if it does?
Then I'll leave you a message with the Innkeeper. And I'll trust I wasn't wrong about you, friend.
The Lord be with you, Henry.
I brought the sculptor's tools and sketches for Damian.
Damn, you're good. And do you even know the lad tried to rob me?
No, I didn't know.
He was damn lucky I didn't break his thieving hands right then.
Then he wouldn't be sculpting much anymore.
Yeah. But he's a good lad. It'd be a shame to waste him on thievery. Thanks to you, maybe he's got a better future ahead.
My pleasure. Here are his sketches. And I also found some sculptor's tools there. I think they're his. There was also some coin. And this sold trinket.
Damn, Blacksmith. You're a proper honest man. A real saint in a lion's den. But of course, that does you credit. All respect. You can help someone in need. I value that, and I certainly won't keep it to myself. The locals will hear you're a good man.
Thanks. Did the Ragman leave me any more messages?
Not yet, but I'll let you know when something comes up.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
Greetings. Greetings to you too.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Are you Blacksmith Standa?
No, I'm Honza. Standa worked here before me. Then he messed up his hand and couldn't smith no more. So I got the job.
And do you know where I could find him?
He started working the shaft as a regular miner. He lives nearby in the miner settlement. It was good to see you, my friend.
Are you Standa?
Who's asking?
Henry. I'm Martin's son. He used to apprentice with you at Scoda's forge.
Martin? Christ, I haven't heard that name in years. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us.
Ah, I'm very sorry to hear that. We used to be best friends.
So I've heard.
Christ, what a day. What a day. Is that what you came here? To tell me he's dead?
Well, I had to tell you, but I also have something to ask of you.
All right, but this isn't the best time, to tell you the truth.
Why? What's going on?
I don't know if I can... Oh, but you are Martin's son. It's not like I have anyone else to talk to anyway. I'm in trouble. Big trouble. I fell on some hard times as of late, so I borrowed some money from one of the guards here. I had to sign a contract with him. I was going to pay him back today, so I went to see him, and now he's claiming I'm late. I paid back what I owed him, but he says if I don't pay him the interest too, he'll break both my arms. He says it was all in the contract I signed. I can't read, you see. He swindled me. There's no way I can get that much money in time. Say, Henry, I know it's a lot to ask, but you look like a tough bloke. Could you try to convince him to take pity on me?
Where can I find the fella?
He's out patrolling on the road. He's a catchpole. And you can tell he's a moron at first glance. Christ, I hope nobody heard me.
Why are you so afraid of him?
Because he's a madman. He'll beat the shit out of you just for the hell of it. The miners call him Leech.
Maybe he's just bluffing.
Trust me, he's not. I knew a lad who owed him a lot less, and now he's a cripple.
I wanted to ask you about the Kuttenberg astronomical clock. I heard you and my pa repaired it together.
Look, I don't have time to think about the bloody clock. That bloke is going to break my arms.
All right then. I'll sort out your debt with the guard.
Thank you, truly. Thank you, but watch out for him.
Standa said you want some money on top from him.
And what's it to you?
I'll settle his debt if you leave him alone.
Settle it, huh? Are you some kind of relative of his or what?
No, but I want to help him.
Well, fine by me.
Here it is.
Standa repaid his debt to me. Here's the promissory note. And tell him he's off the hook.
I sorted out those problems of yours with the guard. He'll make do with what you originally owed him. You're even. Here's the contract.
Thank you. Truly, thank you. You wanted to talk about the astronomical clock. But why with me?
The guild assigned me Scoda's old forge, so I'm fixing it up. And while I was cleaning, I found a plan of the astronomical clock. Magdalena told me the two of you tried to repair it on your own back then.
Wait. You're the master of old Scoda's forge now?
That I am.
Well, I'll be. And Magdalena is still living there?
She is.
That's good. How's she doing?
Better now, I'd say. She was sad to see how long the forge was in disrepair. And living in a half-broken down house must have been tough.
Poor thing. When old Scoda died, she must have been through a lot. I have to go and see her. I have to see her and apologise. I just have to. I don't want to be here anyway. You reminded me of the old times in Scoda's forge and damn it. I'm a blacksmith, an armourer. I was almost ready for the master's trial. Oh, only I can't fight for my place in the sun. I never could. That's why I'm rotting down here in the mine. But maybe it's not too late. I'll try and find some work in a forge, somewhere near Kuttenberg. Maybe in Bach. But first, I'm going to Scoda's forge to see Magdalena. And nothing is going to stop me.
All right, suit yourself. We can go together if you'd like. It'll be faster.
Great idea. Let's go.
God be with you. Wait, who? You seem familiar.
Magdalena. It's me. Standa.
Standa? Oh, that Standa. My lord, you've changed so much.
Well, it has been 20 years. I'm so glad to see you. You look great.
Oh, please. I'm an old crone. What are you doing back here after so many years?
Henry here reminded me I left you alone here back then. And I came to apologise.
There's no need to apologise. Really, everything is better now. As soon as the fire got going again, it's as if things were back to normal.
Oh, just like the good old days. When Scoda died, it's like everything went belly up overnight.
What do you mean, everything went belly up?
Well, everything just fell apart. I found a job in Horshan. Martin stayed in Kuttenberg and Magdalena. I'm very sorry. Really.
Stop apologising already. It was so long ago. I'm happy to see you.
Really?
Yes, really. Now stop your sobbing already, will you?
I heard you did something to your arm in Horshan and couldn't smith anymore since.
Aye, that's what I get for betting. I bet I could lift a basket full of ore. I did it, but I tore something in my arm.
Christ, you men.
They took on another blacksmith in my place, and even once my arm was healed, I never got my job back. So I went from armourer's apprentice to a bloody miner. What a load of shit.
You know what, Standa? Since you don't want to go back to Horshan...
That I don't.
I thought you might want to stay and come and live with us. What do you think, Magdalena?
Why not? There's plenty of space. This used to be your home, didn't it?
Why, That's very kind of you, but I wouldn't want to get in the way.
Oh, please. You won't be in anyone's way.
You can help me out at the forge from time to time. What do you say?
I don't know. Like I said, I could just go to Bach. It's no bother.
There's no need. Stay here.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Standa?
How far did you get with repairing the astronomical clock?
Pretty far. We went to see the clock, found what wasn't working and started making the parts needed.
Aye. I remember the sound of hammering long into the night.
We hand-forged gears for the mechanism we wanted to set the clock to. I suppose you could call it the metal heart of the clock. It was a hell of a lot of work. Then we hired a goldsmith's apprentice to put the whole thing together. He was a canny lad, only he turned out to be a right bastard and ended up fleecing us.
I didn't know that.
What did he do?
He decided to fuck us over and sold the machine to some rich burgher. The lad told him it was some ancient artifact and the bloody fool ate it up. Martin gave him a proper beating for it, but it was no good. The machine stayed with the burgher, and shortly after that, Scoda died, and the whole thing lost its meaning.
Maybe I'll manage to fix it up.
You sound just like Martin. He put his heart and soul into the repair, but it's all so long ago now.
What's the name of the burgher who kept the mechanism?
Looking to get it back, are you? Forget about it. Martin tried it back then, and it was a wonder they didn't call the catchpoles on him.
It's been 20 years. Maybe his family doesn't even know what they have.
I doubt it. But it's worth a shot. His name was Vetter, German fella. His house was across from the rat house in the lower market.
Aye, but old Vetter is long gone. His son works as a scribe now.
But the heart is just the beginning. You'll need other parts too. We had plans for them, but God knows where they ended up. Do you know by any chance?
I have a bunch of Scoda's old sketches. Remind me later, Henry. My memory isn't what it used to be.
Where can I find Vetter, the scribe?
Either at his home or at the Rathaus. His is the last door on the gallery in the courtyard.
What does the mechanism look like?
It's a kind of large metal target, about a foot in diameter. It has sliding circles and grooved rails attached to it. They're supposedly used to measure the time by the sun and stars. But to be honest, I don't know how.
I'll go and talk to the scribe then.
Let's hope he doesn't take after his father. I suppose I'll go and settle in.
Almost done.
Servus, guter Mann. What can I do for you?
I heard you've got some curious heirloom from your father.
Ah, yes. The ancient mysterious device. Heaven knows what it's for, but it's surely a rare thing. Why are you asking about it?
I'd be interested in it.
I can't just sell it. It was my father's.
Coin's not a problem. I'll pay a good price for that machine.
Still, I think it's worth quite a bit. Might be out of your range.
Try me.
I won't sell it for less than this.
That's more than enough. But fine, you've got a deal.
Well, now, I didn't expect you'd actually pay that much. All right then, the machine's yours. Wiedersehen, Mann.
Come and take your pick. You where?
Come and take your pick.
I ought to put the heart of the clock on display somewhere. That table by the wall should show it off nicely. That's that then. Now I need to ask Magdalena about the next stage of the plans. Magdalena?
I'm glad you brought Standa here. Looks like the poor lad went through a lot down in those mines.
Maybe, but...
He's finally doing what he should. You're truly a man in the right place, Henry. That's plain to me.
Thank you.
What did you need from me? Oh, right. You were going to remind me of something, weren't you?
I wanted to ask if you'd have a look through Scoda's belongings. See if you can find anything more about that clock. Sketches, drawings, calculations...
All right, I'll take a look. It'll take a while, though. Scoda was always scribbling notes and never threw anything away. But look, if you're really serious about repairing that clock, you ought to let the town hall know. Go and see Bailiff Plumel and tell him what you're planning. He might have heard of our forge by now and give you a hearing.